Hello, hello. Welcome to another video, and let's talk about Modern Warfare 3. So I've been playing. I did not play nearly as much as I expected to this weekend. I played for a good chunk last night. As you can see, I'm only level 48. So I'm right close to the level cap. So I think if I played more this weekend than I was expecting to, I would have actually hit the max level. Hitting the max level is not that hard. But on the other side, on the bright side, I did get my wife to watch the first sequel movie of Star Wars. I know it's not the best movie. It's surely not the best Star Wars movie, but you know, it's dumb fun is what it is, I guess. Right behind me, of fucking course. I will say the spawns in Hardpoint, there's something. That's for damn sure. But being that I have played this, relatively the multiplayer throughout to get to max level close enough, I'm saying, if you don't agree, I apologize. I will say everything I talk about, Zombies has not included. I have not played Zombies at all. I haven't touched it at all. I think Friday's video, I'm going to just try it, play it. So hopefully it's alright at least. I've heard that it can be kind of boring, especially if you're playing solo. Quickly starting with the pros. I wrote down pros and cons, and to kind of not keep it a secret, there's more cons than pros. Don't hate me. Don't attack me. I know on Twitter I've been seeing shit. It's fucking wild out there. Full-blown arguments about this game, whether it's good or bad. My thought for it right now is, yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more people defending the game because it's not even a week old. There's a lot of people that... New game, everyone's excited for it, their hopes are up, everything like that makes sense, especially with the maps and stuff. Just that feeling of nostalgia is very nice. But I do have some issues. But quickly to say the pros, I enjoy the gameplay overall. The gunplay feels really good. It feels strong. I enjoy the speed, the movement, everything. It makes the game feel more arcadey, which I've obviously been in the boat of hoping for. I don't know what other people feel like, but I feel like the kill streaks are a little weak at times. I'm curious in my head if it's just oh fuck me. I wonder if that's just because I'm on the old maps and it's thinking back of when the AC-130, the chopper gunner and everything was fucking insane. The game feeling so much faster and everything, it is really nice. It feels refreshing being like this. The old map, it's obviously a breath of fresh air having the old maps because these maps are some of the best maps we'll ever play in Call of Duty. And I feel like it's a shame how many people will never experience these maps in the original Modern Warfare 2. How they were intended, how the game, everything around it was intended. There's no other way to put it. The maps are just really fun. They're nostalgic fun. Only worry I have with that is that maybe in a month or so the maps get stale just because we play them for a long time now. It feels a little cheap that there's only them. It's fine, honestly. The maps are really fun on day one, and that's a win for Call of Duty. I also saw that the first 4 maps that they're adding to this game is coming from Modern Warfare 2, last year's game. They're basically bringing the 4 best maps from Modern Warfare 2 to this game, which I think they're probably going to play really well. Personally, I think they're going to fit in really, really well. Another thing that I am personally enjoying is the fact of the weapons, the new weapons, I should say, feel really good. They all feel relatively strong. They feel well balanced within the sandbox of the game, everything like that. None of them feel completely shit. And other than those good things with the gameplay, the changes for gameplay changes, movement, everything like that I've enjoyed. I'll say it feels like Call of Duty again. It feels like dumb Call of Duty fun. What do you expect every year from Call of Duty? And here it is again. It's the dumb funness of Call of Duty. Now, going more into the cons and the issues that I've quickly noticed just from playing as much as I have. My first kind of issue goes hand in hand with a pro of the gameplay and the speed, and that is me tying it in with the maps. While the movement and everything like that and like this modern feeling Call of Duty is fun, it's really arcadey, I'm having a little bit of an issue like having all this on these old maps, if that makes sense. Like, just being honest, these maps were not designed or made to be played with the kind of movement and the gameplay of modern Call of Duty. I don't know if other people are feeling the same thing, but it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, I fucking knew it. As soon as I saw that ghillie suit, I knew it was the guy with the shotgun. But just, it feels like the maps and everything aren't designed for this kind of play style. And that's obviously the most clear playing Hardpoint, because I don't know what they were doing. I've heard some complaints about the spawns in Hardpoint. I've seen clips too. Some of the spawns have been really, really bad. But the points, I find, are just in the most bad, like, random fucking bad spot. That's just my opinion. I feel like they're always in a bad spot, and, like, the borders of them are just not right. I think my, like, first in my head example of that is I was playing Invasion, I'm pretty sure it was. The far side, not the alley with the cars, the other far side, where the broken, busted up apartments are, that whole thing. The one spot used to be just grass, and now they've changed that to be just an empty construction lot-like thing, like a building, and it's just a small square. And they made the Hardpoint literally just that building square. Rather than having it the whole, like, open space, they cut it off there, and it doesn't feel right. That's, like, the only big gameplay-wise issue I have. Time to Kill it's different, obviously, playing a Modern Warfare game with this time to kill, but as most people just tell you, just get good, I guess. No, screw this guy. Now, basically, all my other, like, issues and cons don't necessarily deal with, like, pure gameplay. The first thing is the UI is still just, it's fucking abysmal. Like, just being honest, it looks terrible to me. Last year's looked terrible. They literally just copy and pasted the same thing over. It looks like a mobile game. I think it always will. These giant blocks of wasted space, it feels like, is just so useless that they don't need that. They don't need it in the game, but they have it how it is, and I guess we're just gonna have to eventually fucking deal with it because it's not gonna change. I think it looks so much better in a list kind of format rather than these giant blocks, and then it just has random playlists on the side too with the main ones. One thing I think that they should do quickly that will help with some maps, because if you play on Derail, it's rough. Derail is such a big map, way bigger than like our like old man brains think of back of like when we played it before. Back then you could play 9v9 all the time in Ground War. That was basically the normal thing to do playing Call of Duty. And that's why, like, when I talked about the beta, how I never played on Rust, it's because we always played Ground War, and Rust, you cannot do 9v9 on fucking Rust. It would be awful. They need to add that to the game. That's a quick thing that I think would just improve all the map. Like, it would improve so much. It would make everything feel so much better that they should just add the 9v9 OG Ground War. Do I think they'll do it? Absolutely not, for whatever fucking reason. But the next big issue, everyone has talked about this, it's obvious that it's a fucking bad decision, is the armor unlocks. There's so many, and it's so stupid. I don't know who thought of this. Oh, they have placeholder names too. That's fucking pathetic. No, this game wasn't rushed though. This is such a dumb, artificial type of way of progression that it should not be in this game. I understand the fact of after you get your 3 missions, you just need to win and it counts as a daily mission to go towards an unlock for this. Some of these things are fucking 8. But the fact that they have like full-blown perks and weapons and kill streaks and all this shit locked behind this makes no sense. Call of Duty has always been just the simple leveling progression and then to unlock attachments, which is also in this, I think, for certain things. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Thank God. Oh my God, that would have been really, really bad. But unlocking all this stuff was always just about simple progression, doing your levels to keep the mindset on the game, on the gameplay. You're not worried about random little tedious fucking challenges or tedious unlocks that you have to get. It artificially slows down progression because you're capped at the 3 normal daily challenges, which you could knock out in one game, let's say. And then you have to play 3 games and you have to win them to get your next one, which it's just fucking mind boggling. All it is just to artificially make you play the game longer. Huge issue with this is that right now people are acting like it's fine. It gives you incentive to win and everything. Most people, if they really play the game and enjoy the game, they're going to grind through this shit and they're going to have them all unlocked, or at least everything that they really want or need unlocked, done within a month, right? Let's say by the first season or first month. The issue that I thought of is big thing with Call of Duty is Christmas. A bunch of kids or people get Call of Duty for Christmas. It makes sense when it's released. It's it's a known thing. This literally just pushes them so far down the race of being able to compete with other people that they have such a long grind while everyone else has already done it because they got the game early, and there's no way to boycott these type of challenges into just making a simple level progression where they'll have to play however many games just to be able to have the same shit unlocked as other people, which is just, it's so dumb to me. It makes no sense in my head. I think overall this whole system, I appreciate they tried something new. They wanted to put some emphasis on winning games. Well, this wasn't it. This just was not it. It's so fucking stupid overall, honestly. And the one horror idea, horrible, terrible thing I thought of with this, with the fact of new people getting the game on Christmas per se, the fact that they could give new players a chance of instant unlocks through monetization. Don't act like that would be fucking crazy. You can't put anything past Activision. The fact that you could easily get someone, I just got the game, what the hell, I'm getting killed with whatever gun, or I don't have this perk or whatever, I want it right now. I don't want to complete 8 daily challenges for a cluster mine. I want to use it right now. Well, if you pay you know what, you can buy 5 instant unlocks for $12. There you go. Boom, you buy that, you pick that, you pick 4 other things, you skip the progression, and there you go. Activision's happy. You paid for the game plus unlocking things in the game, which is insane, and you get your stuff. So it's a win-win in their fucking eyes. It's so bad. If that happens, it turns into borderline pay to win, having to pay. The fact that you can unlock it doesn't make it full-blown pay to win, but the fact that you can pay to bypass progression would be fucking nuts in my head. And then the other thing that everyone's been complaining about is skill-based. Obviously, I think in just casuals it shouldn't be there. Just, it leads to every game feeling the same, and it feels like when I was playing, when you play for a somewhat extended amount of time, it just makes the game feel even more mindless than it already is. I understand when I play Call of Duty, it's just dumb potato chip type of fun. That's how I've always explained it, is it's empty calories, eating a fucking classic Lay's chip. You can eat them and they taste it's good, but it's not really doing nothing for you. It's not gonna fill you up. It's just gonna make you feel like shit. It's Call of Duty kind of. It's dumb fun that you just go through. And then last, just overall thoughts, is that the game overall feels just missing character almost, if that makes sense. I remember the old Call of Duties, the music behind it would be so fucking memorable. The sound and the operator person talking to you when you first load in the game, depending on what faction you were in, would sound so memorable. And now at the end of the game, it's basically mission failed, we'll get him next time. But it's Laswell saying it very fucking monotonely. There's no excitement to it. I feel like you could have gotten a voice actor to get something really emphasis some bit. And obviously the issue of monetization for this, there's obviously fucking audio packs and other BS that they're just selling to you rather than just having in the game, or making something in this game that's just comparably as good as the stuff you could buy. It's so... it just feels like it's lacking a soul almost. I might be exaggerating that a bit, but just so much of the small things that you don't realize in the older Call of Duties are just nowhere to be found in this, and the soundtrack and everything like that. It's so lackluster in this game. I felt so far, and then the campaign was fucking horrible. The campaign by far the worst campaign in a Call of Duty. The fact of so much of the core parts of the game being reused assets in some way. I'm not calling the maps reused because they did have to rework and remodel a bunch of them, but the Verdansk stuff in the campaign and from the zombies, what I've heard of it just being Warzone maps and stuff like that, it feels very fucking cheap and just feels kind of scummy. But that's my overall thoughts so far, pros and cons with Modern Warfare 3 from playing it for the weekend and whatever through max level. I'm not quite there, fuck it. And I basically understand what's what around here. Be sure to leave a comment on everything you disagree with, because I'm sure when you make a video just full of giving opinion about why something might be lackluster, people that like it obviously feel a certain type of way. So let me know where you think I'm wrong and everything like that. Also, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. This game's very decisive. I've learned this over Twitter for a week, I'd say, or since it released. Some people really, they really fucking love this game. And there's the big content, Call of Duty news and shit that are hyping it up a bit because they want people to play it for their own benefit in some way, obviously. That's not fully why. They're probably enjoying it, which is good. But it's the new game hype feeling, and it's just the honeymoon phase. I'm sure by Christmas, fucking half the people that enjoy the game are either not going to play it or will have mass complaints about it, which I think I'm undershooting half of the people. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 so far. It's another Call of Duty, and it has a lot of fucking bad parts to it, if I'm going to be honest. But if it definitely is just an expansion. It would have been so much of an easier pill to swallow if it was like a half the priced expansion of the first game, and they just had the update for the movement and everything like that in the game. It's crazy that this game's marketing was basically everything you like about the old Call of Duties that we refused to put in the last one, we're just going to put into this one. And they sold it. It's crazy. But I don't know. That's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. On Friday, I will be trying zombies, I think. Hopefully it's fun. We'll see. I've never been a big zombies person, but we'll see on Friday. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.